Hello, I'm Dr. Doug Meckes, the State Veterinarian for North Carolina and the head of the Veterinarian Division here in the Department of Agriculture. As you all are aware, we have seen the movement of the high-path avian influenza virus across the country over the last 6 to 7 months. It originated in British Columbia in December of 2014, made its way down the west coast to Washington State, Idaho, Oregon, and California over the next 2 months, and then moving through migratory bird flyways, particularly the central and Mississippi flyways, it made its way into the central part of the country. The last outbreak was in June of this year, and during the time of introduction and the last outbreak, we saw 232 premises infected and nearly 50 million birds die because of this virus. The virus has had significant impacts upon our exports of poultry and poultry products. Typically, we move 18 to 20% of all poultry products out of the country to different countries. Because of the presence of this virus, 52 countries and all of the European Union have ended trade in various parts of our poultry or poultry products. Some have banned trade strictly from the counties in which the virus is found. Some have banned trade from states, and some countries have banned trade from the entire country. So it's important that we bring this disease under control and that we try to prevent its reintroduction or its spread this fall as migratory birds begin to move their way south. The birds that carry the virus are all in northern Canada in their nesting grounds, and beginning in the next few weeks will begin to make their way south through the migratory flyways. And in particular, we're concerned in North Carolina because of the Atlantic flyway. None of the birds in that flyway have been found with this virus, but we believe that as they make their way south, they will bring the virus to North Carolina, to the East Coast, and even to the Southeast, where there's so many poultry operations. In an effort to protect our backyard birds and our commercial flocks, the state has taken a number of measures to prevent the introduction of this virus. You may be aware that we've banned poultry shows, swap meets, auctions, and this is an effort to prevent commingling of birds and people and redistribution geographically of folks and their birds. This has been one of the primary movers of the virus throughout the Midwest, the movement of people, the movement of equipment, and the movement of birds. We fully expect the high-path avian influenza virus to make its way into North Carolina this fall. In fact, North Carolina and federal wildlife officials are testing birds on a regular basis all along the coast and across the state, trying to determine the presence of the virus. Here's some of the things that you can do to prevent introduction of the virus into your facility. Those birds that are raised outside are at high risk if they're exposed to wild waterfowl. So perhaps you can confine those birds in a location that prevents them from commingling with other birds. Introduce new birds to your flock only from NPIP AI-free flocks, and keep new birds separate from your flocks for at least 21 days. Use dedicated clothing and boots to care for your flock. Do not enter your flock house without clean clothing and boots. Do not visit other farms that have poultry and then return to your flock. Restrict visitors to your flock and insist that they wear protective clothing and boots. Park any visitor's car away from the flock enclosure. Certainly do not share equipment with other flocks. Cover your flock enclosure as much as you can to prevent waterfowl droppings. Eliminate standing water in your flock's pens, and feed and water your birds indoors if possible to prevent attracting wild birds. We would ask for you to watch for mortality, increased mortality in your birds, and should a number of birds died unexpectedly, please report that immediately to the North Carolina Department of Agriculture. All of our contact information can be found on the North Carolina Department of Agriculture website. We'd also ask that you register your flock with the Department of Agriculture here in North Carolina. It's important that we're able to communicate with all bird owners across the state, whether commercial operators or backyard bird owners. The disease moves quickly, and we need to be able to communicate with you on in a timely basis to let you know about the presence of the disease in your proximity. Thanks, and let's all pray that the virus does not make its way to the state of North Carolina this fall.